What can a small Norwegian outsourcing company's operation in Bangladesh teach us about addressing immigration problems in the developing world? What does real progress in the developing world actually look like if it's just handing off low-wage work and poorly compensating the people to the point of exploitation? That's hardly progress. And in a world made flat by information technology, great software engineers in countries like India, Taiwan, or even Bangladesh can often perform exceptional work directly from their home countries. Norwegian tech entrepreneur Per Einar Myklebust moved to Dhaka, Bangladesh in 2009 to troubleshoot another software company's struggles. In 2 weeks, he'd isolated the problem. The home organization didn't know how to use their Bengali team effectively. He knew he could do it better. Treat your outsourced team with the same degree of respect you give your European colleagues and expect the same results. With that guideline in mind, he started the custom web and mobile app development company CEFALO in 2010. 10 years later, Per is getting those results. And it's starting to change society subtly and progressively in this small, densely populated South Asian country. Though there's a 4 to 5 hour time difference between Norway and Bangladesh, CEFALO effectively utilizes this to their advantage. Chief Operating Officer Ferdous Shaun explains.
Suppose at the end of the day, Oslo time, the client has certain issue. They send an email, we can follow up that issue in the morning while they are sleeping, which is very beneficial.
The teams have optimized their coordination through video conferencing, says senior engineer Berusa Paul.
Many times I saw they actually raised some issues, and before they come to the meeting, we already fixed the issues.
The company was founded on the philosophy that treating employees with respect fosters a climate that is not only profitable, but socially beneficial. CEFALO exemplifies what can happen when the flat world of Silicon Valley meets the developing world. They actively promote this culture by adhering to their ideals all the way around. What CEFALO is selling their clients is low turnover, because turnover is, ultimately, the real enemy in the outsourcing world. Per said that many other outsourcing companies see a stream of engineers on their way to Google. At about 10% turnover, CEFALO has one of the lowest turnover rates in Bangladesh, which provides trust-building consistency for their European partners. Consistency is further ensured by an emphasis on shining daylight on every aspect of their operation, especially while operating in a developing world outpost with sparse anti-corruption legal infrastructure. Without paying bribes, it took 9 months to even open a bank account.
We have probably the cleanest books in Bangladesh. Every time the government comes, they are walking away a bit agitated because they didn't find anything. That's our strategy also. Stay clean.
Coming into a flat structure can be strange for a Bengali who hasn't worked for a Scandinavian company before. Since Facebook, Google, Amazon, and Microsoft aren't present yet in the market, CEFALO has great access to some of the best talent. But the company sometimes has challenges if it tries to hire someone who has worked in a heavy top-down environment.
Some of these companies destroy good engineers. If you've been working under fear-based management for 5-6 years, it's difficult for us to utilize them. You will be lost. We can't use you after 5 years in a fear-based management because you are then a yes man, right? It's not their fault, but we can't have it.
As a trust-based environment, CEFALO requires outspoken engineers who are always looking for challenging tasks, who are self-managed, reliable, organized, and unafraid to engage managers with their observations and ideas.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello, everybody. Wasn't intending to make everyone stand up, but it's nice to see all your faces.
A new employee, seeing 10 to 12 co-workers all dedicated to this culture, will quickly adopt it themselves. CEFALO organizes company retreats to maintain that cohesion, not to strategize, but to bring their families and relax as a unit. Some employees even take the initiative to create their own voluntary instructional courses at CEFALO School, where any kind of useful topic can be explored. Open source tech specialist Berusa Paul confirmed how the company's philosophy inspired the best in him.
It's more than 100%. When somebody's trusting you, then in return you also feel like, okay, you should do more. They not only respect you, they do also trust you in a very big way. In response to that trust, you feel like, oh my God, I should do my best, level best, to give them my best thing.
When your company philosophy centers around a trust-based environment with dedicated workers, you earn that trust by providing unparalleled benefits.
The most important benefit we are offering is the culture. After office, when you go back to home, if you have lots of stress in your head, then eventually it does not matter what other benefits we are offering.
Everyone at CEFALO puts a premium on family. Along with the flatter power structure comes a standard 8 to 5 work schedule with built-in flexibility. They offer lunches to employees and even throw in a gaming room featuring a South Asian carom board for their employees to cool off when they need a reset. Employees drink tea on the roof and play cricket or football together in tournaments as a team. They receive 3 weeks of casual leave, sick leave, and health and life insurance for themselves, their spouses, and their children. The work-life balance and benefits package are in the top 10% of Bengali companies.
When my daughter is born, there were the cost was very negligible for me to bear, because most of the cost was bared by the insurance of the company.
Scandinavian clients respect the human needs of their Bengali counterparts because they know healthcare is a universal human right.
Suppose if we need to work on an American company, they may not understand the culture because they are more workaholic type of culture.
Parusapal agreed.
CEFALO always encourage employees to come on time, go on time, so that give some time to your family. When I got married, then I got enough time to spend with my family. Previous company I worked for, even some of the married people are working till 9 p.m. It used to happen very frequently. But in here, we never had a situation. It's very rare because it's more organized, more planned. Every family appreciates. As a dad, my kids are waiting for my company. If I'm around, then they are very more happy. If I'm playing with them, my son is really happy.
And Per Einar drove the point home.
All the software guys, they have enough money. Money is not their major. When you have enough money, you start looking at work-life balance. You want to spend time with your family, right? If you work in Samsung, kiss your family goodbye.
As CEFALO pushes for even better working conditions, they've been cracking the glass ceiling as well, adding at least 4 female software engineers and offering them 6 months of maternity leave, which has been utilized several times. This part of Asia is moving forward, with a SkyTrain being built in Dhaka, similar to the one in Bangkok, and other companies are driven to follow CEFALO's industry lead.
We also take some pride in that, even if we are on a small scale here. We see the side effects that we have and find that that's what makes my job meaningful in a way. Of course, we have money involved. It's our extra motivation.
This is not something linked with our culture. This is something different from our culture. In our society, we are habituated with lots of hierarchies, lots of management, but we are trying to establish something different. When they hear about us, they are actually getting inspired.
Per connects CEFALO's success to its original philosophy.
We don't want to exploit people there. We wanted to create a company in Bangladesh which we ourselves would like to work in if we were in Bangladesh. We can't sell what we sell without actually doing what we do.
So what does an outsourcing company like CEFALO offering these benefits mean to our global society? It might mean a whole lot. As European governments attempt to stem the disruptive geopolitical influx of Asian and African immigrants seeking better lives, the CEFALO example shows a better way to address the global imbalance. Make decent living possible everywhere in the world. If you asked an immigrant if they want to freeze their butt off in Europe rather than have a comfortable life and an employer who respects them in their home country, I think you already know the answer. We'd like to thank CEFALO for allowing us to tell their story in our series, and if you're interested in partnering or working with them, please visit their website. Here, please subscribe to our channel and share this video widely. In our next mini-episode, we'll visit a project to assist the Kachin people in northern Myanmar, who are in jeopardy of losing possession of their lands. Until then, I'm Brennan. Peace. And now here's a word about a job opening at your blue continent. Most of us don't hear enough uplifting stories about the people and organizations who work to save the planet and bring sustainable development to the far corners of the world. But they're out there, and I'm on a mission to meet them and tell their story. How would you like your job to be traveling around the world to meet the most interesting people on the planet and help them tell their success stories? Your Blue Continent is searching for a producer/camera person to accompany me on our next season of episodes. This time we're going to be even more ambitious, selecting a region of the world such as Latin America, West Africa, Central or East Asia, or the islands of the South Pacific, and shining a light on innovative projects in each country along the way, even the slightly dangerous ones. If you've ever wanted to see the real world and get paid to do it, this can be your opportunity. Successful candidates will have an adventurous spirit, good health, and the ability to travel ruggedly for months at a time. A good candidate will have demonstrated skills in media, camera work, writing, and international travel and planning. Strong language skills in Spanish, French, Russian, or Arabic will make you a huge asset to our effort. This job, though exciting and rewarding, is not for the faint of heart. If you think that you or someone you know fits this description, please email us a link to your video resume here. And maybe you'll be the one to help us put together the next series of Your Blue Continent.